So, I know I just made a video like yesterday, but I just want to post a little update video of, I like how all my videos are now updates. Updates to the last video. Today is a very interesting day, and just, I've been pulled like a billion different ways, and then with like things in my past that like the surface, and I don't want to say a reality check, but just, make me think. Just really make, well, randomly, my cousin messaged me on Messenger. I just have a lot going on in my life, and I've done videos letting everyone know where I'm at with my job, with schooling, and what my goals are going forward. But I had my meeting today with VR, which I don't think I mentioned. I applied for the Missouri Vocational Rehab Program, and I was encouraged to apply for them by the DSS office at my college, to help with expenses. And the thing that I kept I've been approved for it, but the thing that I kept kind of poking at, excuse me. The thing that I kept kind of poking at was being like, hey, I haven't really heard any like really helpful information as far as what VR is going to be able to do for me. And I really, and I don't know if that's my fault or if that's the fault of the people who have been, buttering it up to me. But I just finally got to the point where I was just like, I was on a WebEx call with the, what is she, my counselor, advisor? Supposedly her role is, once this all gets going, hopefully this summer, why am I yawning? Is to, give me some direction for like my mental health disorders to help me cope with the schooling aspect. But I finally, like, right 5 minutes before we end the call, I was just like, look, you need to really just be straight up with me. What is VR going to do for me? Because I need to know where else I need to be looking. And I was kind of hesitant to ask that question because I was kind of afraid that she might have already thought I knew. And forgive me, for those who might be aware of it, I didn't. So I finally just did that, and she responded with basically, well, oh yeah, we just basically guarantee your school expenses are paid for. After FAFSA, of course. And I was like, okay. It's like, that's what I needed, was just a very straightforward answer saying, I even wrote it down right here. Basically, FAFSA pays for the first part, and then they help me secure the expenses for paying any additional fees that exceed my FAFSA. Oh gosh. And then she said it would also help with like school expenses and supplies. If like, and then she said also, like, if it came down to starting class required you to buy scrubs or a stethoscope. I probably said that wrong. She said we can secure a little bit of funding to help you buy what you need. I was like, okay. I did ask, will it cover like some accommodation expenses? I'm assuming the answer is yes, because I think that's what DSS was getting at when they first sent me over there. Because I was talking to DSS about like a note taker basically during class. And a lot of times it sounds like note takers get paid. You have to pay them yourself. So DSS was kind of making it sound like the reason they were recommending VR was for me to secure funds to pay for somebody in the future or whatever. So point is, that's where I sit. Basically, VR also requires me to go full-time. Now, I can try to cut back if my psychologist writes me a letter, which that's a whole discussion I'll probably get into in another time. The point is that this is where I sit. VR is very likely going to take care of all of my school expenses. That's not a problem. But the real question is, how do I pay for my housing? I live in this house. I'm going through a divorce, which will be an interesting conversation. It'll be an interesting thing when I finally make that video post I plan on making regarding my divorce. But again, everything is stuck in limbo regarding my divorce, and I don't want to say anything until there is literally a signed paper. That's for personal protection reasons. And protection of my ex. I don't want to create any unnecessary variables in the already terrible situation. But anyways, I live in this house. We had decided when we broke up that I got to keep the house, and and it was in the beginning I was trying to encourage that and be like, look, I think I should get the house because you're the one who actually wants out of this marriage. And I even told the mediator a few weeks ago when we were sitting down, I said, I was not the one who actually wanted the marriage to end. Back then, if you asked me, I would say, no, I don't want this marriage to end. But now that I've seen the attitude and the personality of my ex, I'm just kind of like, I just want it to end. I don't want to be in a marriage, legally or socially, with somebody who has acted the way they have. Again, that's like getting very close borderline with things I should not say. So the future goal is to, I figuring out how to do this. Like, the house is a situation that, it's a struggle to pay for. And then I'm also going to probably have to shell out money post-divorce for any of the equity that was found in the house, which is not very much. And I knew that from the beginning. It's just a very difficult situation. So I'm not going to take much more of this video's time because I think I really do need to start focusing very heavily on maybe more videos under 10 minutes. I don't know. To the 2 people that do watch, tell me if you think maybe that would make it a little more digestible and easier to watch. So pray for some direction, and I'm really trying to look for ways. I have probably at least $1,000 to $1,500 worth of living expenses that I could probably make that work. Hard, but I need something. So I will let you all go. Don't forget to like and follow, subscribe, like the video, and then follow those social medias. Maybe it'd be good for me to start working on shorter clips, I do like this idea of keeping track of my life a little better than I did, because I look back at some of my stuff that I've went through 10, 20 years ago, and I'm like, man, who was that person? Like, there was things, especially because I wasn't out yet, there was a lot of things I did not put down on paper. So it's really anyone's guess what was actually going on in his head. So, I'll leave you there. I'll see you guys later. Bye now.